But there's a lot of currency in being a Stephen A. Smith.
You just ain't ready, and that's how it looked tonight. Cowboy Cerrone just didn't look ready.
This sport demands a different perspective. It's not the same thing as a ball going into a hoop.
But here's my reality. We haven't learned a damn thing about Conor McGregor based off of this fight.
We didn't learn anything about Conor. I'm like, you didn't.
Yeah.
He just destroyed Cowboy in 40 seconds. Yeah, you learned something. You just don't know what you saw.
But anytime you want to talk to me about this fight, or you want to talk to me about my credentials to discuss something in the world of sports, name the time and place, Joe Rogan, I'll show up. It's not a problem.
He talks a lot. He gets real loud, and everybody disagrees with him. And look, it's made him a fantastic career. That's why. And he carries that over to MMA. I think it's a bad idea.
That warrants. It's not good for the sport. It's not good for me.
I know MMA. I understand it. So if you want to talk about MMA, I'd like to talk to MMA about someone else who knows MMA.
Excuse me. I have been a reporter for 25 years. You don't know me, so I'm not going to knock you for speaking out the way you spoke out without calling me. I don't care about all of that.
I never knew Joe Rogan versus Stephen A. Smith was the beef we needed, yet here we are with a whole buffet serving. After appearing on ESPN's airwaves together, Rogan and Smith have disputed one another on their own accord. When McGregor knocked out Cowboy Cerrone, Smith said, "Here's the deal. 15 seconds in, Cowboy Cerrone was done. He got hit with those shoulders in the clinch, and he was done. It looked like he gave up. Something you just don't say."
And it's also with fighting, like you have to know it, or no one's going to respect you. If you don't know what you're talking about, and you're talking about it in front of millions of people, like, man, that's a bad look for everybody. It's a bad look for ESPN. It's a bad look for him. It's a bad look for the sport. It's like there's other people that can do this.
Rogan called out Smith. Rightfully so. To say Cerrone quit is like saying Jose Aldo quit. There's no quitting in this blood sport. There's only one thing: conquering your opponent.
People love talking. They love two people arguing about it. One person's better at arguing. And Stephen A. Smith is really good at that stuff. But it's not the place for MMA. It's just not the place. It's not the same thing.
Smith has been positioned on top-ranked boxing broadcasts and the UFC's MMA broadcasts, both commonly airing on ESPN Plus, an extension of ESPN that honestly has been worth it for me personally. And what always happens, the fallout from both knowledgeable and sincerely, authentically passionate fan bases is a severe and pure negative reaction to Smith. It is as sure as the sun rising in the east and setting in the west. As guaranteed as the NFL never guaranteeing contracts to their players. As sure as politicians never helping the people of Flint, Michigan. It's that guaranteed. You assign Smith to something so foreign, he flops. Repeatedly. Yet, here we are.
But when you want to do that publicly, you want to broadcast that and then also do it on ESPN, I think it's just short-sighted, and I think it's foolish.
Rogan dropping truth bombs.
First of all, as it pertains to ESPN, check the numbers. The subscribers to ESPN Plus, the level of attention that it got, the traffic that it generated in digital and beyond. Check the numbers.
And Smith taking undeserved credit, thinking he's the GOAT. Luckily, one voice outshrewded them all. Conor wrote, "Joe's comments, however, come from you saying the opposition fighter quit. Broken nose / orbital bones say different. Fighting is vicious. Those who make the walk deserve full respect. Apologize." McGregor, the face of the UFC, cash cow of the sport, demanded Smith apologize.
Cowboy Cerrone just didn't show up. I could have ran for 40 seconds. I disagree.
He didn't, and he's been taken to school. Until there's a change, class will remain in session.
I'll holler at y'all later. Joe Rogan, if you need me, you know where to find me. Later.
I'll holler at y'all later. Joe Rogan, if you need me, you know where to find me. Later. I'll holler at y'all later. Joe Rogan, if you need me, you know where to find me. Later.
If you'd like to hear more thought-provoking content like TYT Sports on Facebook and to help in my journey to keep media independent, go to tyt.com/Rick.